Hello everyone, I'm Steve Nero, the Chief Operating Officer from Tetra Bio-Pharma. Today I'd like to explain to you why Tetra Bio-Pharma engaged into a contract with Energy PR to run public relation activity on the company. Remember, initially Tetra Bio-Pharma was GrowPro. GrowPro was a licensed producer, and soon as of 2018, we changed Tetra Bio-Pharma to become a biopharmaceutical company. So we had to not only elevate the corporate profile, but also we had to run public relation activity to make sure that we educate the investors on our corporate profile and on our new activities. Right now, what does Energy PR is really extremely important in doing the media outreach, making sure that we raise the awareness surrounding the company, making sure that people fully understand our business model. These activities are not always visible to investors. Like I can explain you how a member of them, Carol Levin, go and call Globe and Mail, making sure that we're going to make either not the front page, but their health sections, and also making sure that they do all sorts of things, right? So you have to be aware that these activities are important because there was definitely a lack of education on what we were doing. So, as a first step, Energy PR role includes promoting the Tetra brand, being proactive and reactive, for Canadian and U.S. media relation, and we've made great progress on the U.S. front. So eventually, we'll need to attract US investors as well. Right now, our base is at 90% Canadian investors. And of course, if we want to be successful in the capital market, eventually we'll need to attract the US investors. Also, she worked with great effort to showcase our reputation and our visibility. She developed and placed thought leadership contents. She's really good at issue management. Give you an example, COVID-19 recently, with our launch of ARDS-003, she was instrumental in explaining what the compound was all about to investors and to also public. Social media, we're using quite frequently LinkedIn. Guy goes on blogs. Guy goes on LinkedIn, answer the questions, and also we showcase most of the different articles that we're posting in various magazines into LinkedIn, but also in Twitter and also Instagram as well. She managed also our events, namely the town hall, and also she monitored the media reaction. And of course, we always look at what's positive, what's negative, and how we can adjust. It's a matter of managing whomever listened to us, and also she facilitate our relationship not only with investors but also with the public as well. And of course, she helped us with standby statement on crisis we may face. Most recently, I'd like to share the matrix with you. She's been able to gather 155 million of media impression. This is very impressive, a very atypical, outside the norm. If I compare this year versus previous year, it's a 51% increase over last year. This is amazing, and where I'm happy with, it's really where we've been able to materialize these impressions, namely in US. Of course, we want to raise our profile in US, and this is an important part. So now people may say, okay, why PR and why IR? IR, investors relation, is being done by Alpha Browns out of New York, and this company is there to gain us access to investors group, either retail investors, philanthropic people from US, or either institutional also investors in US, because US knows about pharma. Canada was exposed to pharma stocks, but to a much lesser extent. So this is the responsibility of Alpha Browns. Now, when it comes to PR, we need to continue to build the story and educate the general public on our story, including the investors. Here are some examples of what we've been able to do on media. Namely, those are clips with Cannabis Room. We basically showcase our 10 million race lately that we did with Canaccord Echelon as well as Raymond James. Guy had an interview with Red Chips. We do magazine, also specialized magazine, and also Morningstar, which is really toward investors. Stock Day Media, very towards investors as well, and few special magazine. But we're also on Bloomberg. I mean, we turn all the stones, and of course, we need to create that profile, that Bio-Pharma profile, by joining associations such as Biotech Canada. Me too, I was involved in numerous press coverage, namely the French one. Guy was used for the English one, while I was used for the French one. I made an article in the Journal de Québec, in TVA News, and also Radio Canada. And of course, we showcase our corporate profile, and we try to elevate it by showcasing our effort with Artofix in the production of the N95 mask, which is part of the strategy to gain adherence for government. Now we're talking about GR, government relation. And of course, the government needs to know that Tetra exists, and if we submit grant, the federal or provincial, they need to understand our business model. Uh, More matrix. Now we're totally focusing on social media, which is Twitter, Instagram, as well as LinkedIn. Personally, I prefer LinkedIn because it's probably much more related to work. But anyway, as you can see there, we achieved 38% increase on our mention for a total of 13,700 mentions. So people start following us, whether it's on Diane Reardon's blog or any other blog. People listen to us. So right now, the top country are US as well as Canada. Now, if we take a look at the different social media, Facebook, we have a page. Twitter, lots of impression, 5 million. LinkedIn, we're being followed on LinkedIn like amazingly. 182% increase in impression, unique share 260%, increase in content clicks, also increase in comments. So we're out there reaching out to general public as well as investors. Also, Guy participated in numerous blogs, whether it's FDA blogs that we recoup the news and we posted on LinkedIn, or either when he participated to conference at Biotech Canada, and also there's numerous other blogs that he participated in, and we leverage the opportunity by posting it on LinkedIn. Of course, a lot of you were aware that we run a virtual town hall. Not only we recruit Diane Reardon blogs member, but we reach out also to those who decide to opt in on our website in the investors section. I invite you to opt in so that in the future you get the mail alert, and not only that, you'll be invited also to town hall. I know that Carol organized Energy PR, organized a town hall, and there was a great turnout. 231 people registered, and finally we had 80 no-shows for a total of 151 participants. So I hope that I explain you why it's so important to do business with Energy PR, and that they really help us to educate people on our business platform. Thanks for your attention, and stay safe. Take care.